Breaking. Welcome to today's headlines. I will contest if Igbo leaders fail to indicate interest. 102-year-old grandma. I will contest if Igbo leaders failed to indicate interest. 102-year-old grandma. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, stay tuned as I read today's news. At 102 years old, High Chief Inyom Josephine Eze Anache has seen the bad, the good, the ugly, and the most beautiful aspect of life. At 102 and still counting, she has 12 biological children, 10 males and 2 females, with 7 of them still alive and kicking. She has gone through pains and agonies of watching 5 of her children die, including the recent one that passed away in November last year. Speaking when she paid a courtesy visit to the Sun newspaper Abuja office, recently accompanied by one of her sons, High Chief Dr. Karo Nwosu, and her manager, Dr. Obina Linus. Inyom expressed disappointment over the current situation of the country, announcing that it is not the Nigeria of her dreams. She lamented the volume of killings going on in the country. She also appealed to the Southeast youth to end the carnage and bloodshed going on in the zone, but appealed to President Muhammadu Buhari to unconditionally release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, from the detention facilities of the Department of State Services, DSS, in Abuja. She joked that as part of the plans to actualize President of Igbo extraction in the 2023 presidential election, she might be tempted to contest the election should Igbo leaders and politicians refuse to indicate interest in contesting. What are your unfulfilled dreams? Over time, I have been speaking for others, and I am also an expert in volunteering for advocacy, to the point of fighting without noise. I am also an expert in lobbying, especially for the black race as it concerns Africa and Nigeria in particular. I am Igbo BK, as we call it in those days in school, and it is deliberately to promote Igbo language and culture. To answer your question directly, I have been successful in many things, but my unfulfilled dreams are first, not changing the long neglect of senior citizens in Nigeria. I feel the pain that nobody remembers senior citizens in Nigeria, because having lived in the USA and seen how it is done, I feel the pains of the deliberate neglect of senior citizens in Nigeria. They are lacking good services and good programs that keep us moving, like good food, hunger, stress, insurances, endless fights for pension payment, and many others. So, one of my unfulfilled dreams is my inability to replicate the senior citizen programs in the USA in Nigeria by having a presence in all the states. I have been lobbying for senior citizens to be established in Nigeria, but I am seriously concerned that this dream may not materialize before I join my ancestors. Again, I made a prayer for good leadership for this country about 50 years ago. But one thing making me sad is the state of the country today. I have been in pain that God has not answered the prayer I made for good leadership in Nigeria. I am getting closer to answering God's call yet, I have not seen a semblance of the good leadership I prayed for. I have been in the US since 1979. I have also traveled around Europe and seen leadership, but I feel sad that Nigeria, which is supposed to play leading roles in Africa and the world, is still lagging today. The giant of Africa status given to Nigeria seems to be only a sobriquet. I was, however, happy when Prof. Charles Soludo did not only indicate interest in contesting for the governor of my state, Anambra, but also won the election. I have the feeling that the leadership lacking in Nigeria will be filled with his emergence as the governor of Anambra State. His victory is one of the fulfillment of dreams I have for Nigeria. How do you feel about the insecurity situation in the Southeast? Well, I feel that the situation is attributable to leadership failure from the grassroots to the national. One of my prayers always is for God to give the country good leadership. We should also begin to learn how to pick the right leaders, not necessarily party alignment. In the US, you can't be a Republican and still vote for a Democrat and vice versa if the contestant is a good candidate. I feel pained that what we have in Nigeria is politics of bitterness. People should be free to choose the right leaders because once they get it wrong in leadership selection, the whole system will be affected. Is it that the barber is incompetent or the barbing tools are not sharp? I am very certain that if we have the right leadership, the security challenges in the Southeast will be a thing of the past.